Alexander hears someone coming.
"5 fierce guards of the isle we be. Watch for a foreign man," said he, "with ears and nose, tongue, hands, and eyes. Its nature cannot be disguised. If mad it be, then mad it dies. Old Tom Troll, smell your smell. Do that which you do so well."
Hello, human. I am ELENA, your friendly electronic entertainment android. Welcome to my Let's Play of King's Quest VI. Heir today, gone tomorrow, part 3.
Alexander pulls out his magic map.
These gnomes will drown Alexander if we fail their test, so we have to leave for now.
Alexander feels a strange pulling sensation.
I think we should visit the town again. There's going to be something in there that will help us to get past the gnomes on the Isle of Wonder. Time for a dumpster dive, Alexander.
Alexander sorts through the odds and ends that the pawn shop owner dumped into the pot. Magic exploding gum wrappers, a shattered crystal ball, a cracked wand, a fake thumb. Near the bottom, Alexander finds a little glass bottle labeled ink. It appears to be empty, but Alexander decides to take it anyway. You never know when a small bottle will come in handy.
This is the item we came for.
Alexander's carrying a little ink bottle. It appears to be empty.
Or maybe the ink is just invisible. I guess we have everything we need to pass the gnome test. Let's head back to the Isle of Wonder. Time to pull out your magic map, Alexander.
Alexander pulls out his magic map. Alexander feels a strange pulling sensation.
Okay, gnomes, ask me your riddles.
Alexander hears someone coming.
"5 fierce guards of the isle we be. Watch for a foreign man," said he, "with ears and nose, tongue, hands, and eyes. Its nature cannot be disguised. If mad it be, then mad it dies. Old Tom Troll, smell your smell. Do that which you do so well."
I picked this stinky flare just for you.
Alexander holds the flower of stench out to the gnome with the jumbo nose.
"Tom Troll I am, that's all I'll be. My nose knows all on land and sea. A flower of stench has washed ashore. A flower 'tis all, and nothing more. Listen, hark you, Brokenor, do your duty as you swore. With your ears, please tell us more."
Listen to these sections, my dude.
Alexander winds the tin nightingale and plays it for the gnome with the monumental ears.
A nose is not a way to spy. My ears cannot be told a lie. A nightingale is all there be. No man is near, and so say me. Taste, grump, that we might know whether friend or whether foe.
Would you like this intoxicating mint?
Alexander holds the mint out for the gnome with the gigantic mouth.
Grump knows a tasty treat. It matters not what others bleat. No danger is this one so sweet.
Trilly dilly, use your hands. Is it beast or is it man?
Alexander's skincare routine makes his hands as soft as fur.
Alexander holds the rabbit foot out for the gnome with the huge hands.
Be all you mad? What aileth thee? A bunny can't trill merrily. A hare does not at all taste sweet. A rabbit here is all we greet.
Old Bill Batter, never fatter. Vision can resolve this matter. Look you now and end this chatter.
Wanna see a cool disappearing act?
Alexander pours the contents of the empty-looking ink bottle over himself.
By all that's beauteous, fair, and sightly, 4 morons do I sleep with nightly. There's nothing there at all, I say. Enough of this. Let's now away.
Alexander did it! He's fooled the guards!
We're finally free to explore the rest of the island. According to the official guidebook, the Isle of Wonder may have been enchanted by a wizard who gave it to his daughter as a birthday present. Others think a princess was held captive here, and the island came to life to provide her companionship. The pink thing is finally close enough to yoink.
Alexander picks up the object floating in the water. It appears to be a string of letters. They say, "Where are you going?" Alexander decides to keep the odd sentence, even though it is incomplete.
Alrighty, time to explore. That is one big pile of books.
The tail end of this island is a riotous scramble of books, sand, and a spider's web. The tail end...
A spider.
Wow. Hiya, gorgeous. Oh, what a luscious-looking hunk of flesh you are.
Thank you, I guess. Who are you?
How charming of you to pretend not to know. I'm Black Widow, of course. The femme fatale of all femme fatales. Know what I mean? You know, I was just thinking it was time I found my 50th, another husband. It would be quite a horror, an honor to have me as a bride. Just look at my beautiful weaving. It's so light, so delicate. You'll never want to leave my little nest.
It is a lovely web, but my heart is elsewhere, I'm afraid.
Oh, drat! The loss is yours. I'm sure you'll change your mind once you consider the advantages.
That is one seductive spider.
Black Widow is sitting in her web. She has long legs and an hourglass on her belly. She gives Alexander a knowing look.
That scrap of paper blew into my web from those books over there. The wind just thinks it can deposit anything here.
The Black Widow will definitely bite Alexander if he tries to reach for the piece of paper. That's why we are going to distract it by pulling on this loose thread.
Hey, don't touch that thread!
Alexander snatches the scrap of parchment, curious to see what's written on it.
Love. Everyone's favorite chemical reaction in the brain.
The wind blows the scrap of paper from Alexander's hand, but he remembers what it said well enough.
I think there was a bookworm somewhere in here.
Alexander should read the books if he wants to get information from them.
What do you think you're doing?
I'm sorry. I didn't realize these books had an owner. I'm in need of a rare book.
No owner? All books have owners, my good man. And this book owner, bookworm to you, wouldn't part with one of his books for anything.
Isn't there something I can do for you to pay for the book?
Let's see. Do you have an itinerant clause?
No. No clauses at all, I'm afraid.
As an exception, you always should.
Don't mind oxymoron and diphthong. They're fairly limited grammatical principles, you know. Let's see. A marsh pig that does Texas?
No. I'm afraid not.
A dangling participle?
I'm fresh out.
A purple fiddle whacker?
No, I don't think so. Sorry.
An idiosyncrasy, perhaps?
Afraid not.
Ha! Then what good are you?
I wonder how many of the people who played this game as children understood any of the bookworm's jokes. It's a nasty bug. How lovely.
The fertile swamp is dense with moss-covered trees. A stick is stuck in the middle of the swamp.
A stick in the mud. Ha ha.
That bump on the log does not look particularly conversational to Alexander.
What are those white blobs?
Milkweed thrives near the mucky swamp. Small bottles filled with milk grow on it like fruit.
This game has so many puns.
A large tree stretches knotted limbs out over the swamp. Part of the tree's trunk is shaped like the face of a dog. Why, it must be a dogwood tree.
Of course it is. Hi, doggy.
My dear tree, is it true that your bark is worse than your bite?
I guess that means we can grab one of those milk bottles.
Alexander takes a bottle of milk from the milkweed bush.
You can tell this game takes inspiration from various fairy tales. This is very Alice in Wonderland.
Two fat stone pillars surround the gate. Above them float pieces of stone that seem to be in open rebellion against the laws of gravity. Unless Alexander is mistaken, those plants must be babies' tears.
Little babies.
Vines of sweet ripening tomatoes climb up little wooden posts.
Do these tomatoes feel chatty?
Good day, tomato vines.
Good morning!
What a polite little tomato.
How did you manage to fall off the vine, Mr. Tomato?
What do you think? I'm old, I'm rotten. Yeah, leave me alone.
If you say so.
After all, you're just gonna let me sit here and rot on this dry ground like everybody else, aren't you?
Why, I don't know. I suppose...
Ah, never mind. Just go away. Ah.
Oh, you're coming with me, Mr. Grumpy.
Hey, what do you think you're doing there? Get your hands off me! Hey!
Alexander picks up Rotten Tomato and puts him away. One never knows when one will need a rotten tomato.
I have a vague memory of tossing the tomato at something.
You're ugly and you smell bad. Yeah! Put me down before I juice all over you!
What a rotten little bastard.
Is that lettuce growing in the garden? It looks a little chilled. Why, it must be iceberg lettuce.
I think we'll find this lettuce useful on the Isle of the Beast.
Alexander picks a head of iceberg lettuce.
Ye gads! Is that cold?
What's that black little bug on the wall?
There appears to be a hole in the garden wall. Through the hole in the wall, Alexander sees a land that resembles a giant chessboard. Wow, it really is a hole in the wall. Zounds, those wallflowers sure are shy, and the snapdragons are awfully protective of them. Alexander can't even get close to the wallflowers without causing quite a stir.
I guess we have to find a way to distract those flowers if we want that hole in the wall.
Alexander is standing at the edge of a strange land with rolling checkered hills. Two chessboard knights stand before the marble entrance, guarding a path which wanders like a ribbon into the velvety hills.
Excuse me, what land lies beyond?
What land? Chessboard land, you knave!
I see. And is chessboard land part of the land of the Green Isles?
It is the home of the red and white queens, rulers of the Isle of Wonder, fairest of the islands that owe loyalty to the king of the land of the Green Isles. But perhaps not for long.
What do you mean?
What is the purpose of unity with the great king and queen dead? The princess is worth serving, but the feud with the other isles is strong.
I must insist, Your Highness. I shall send the lump of coal to the Vizier and the Princess as a present for their wedding, and that's the end of it.
And I suppose you'll leave me with only this stupid spoiled egg to send, Your Highness. I want to impress the new king and queen of the realm as much as you do. As queen of this island, I have every right to that lump of coal.
Who isn't queen of this isle? The lump of coal is in my possession. Therefore, I shall do as I please with it. Besides, there's nothing wrong with that spoiled egg.
The egg, though delightfully spoiled, is not nearly so valuable as the lump of coal, and you know it. Your Highness always got to carry the singing stone. It's not fair that you get the coal, too.
That doesn't count. The singing stone was stolen by that horrid beast. I should get to keep the coal just because my stone was stolen.
It wasn't your stone. It belonged to the Isle of Wonder treasury. Your Highness always thinks that everything is hers.
Excuse me, my good man, but could you settle an argument for us?
Which of us should get to carry the coal and which the egg? Remember, white is the color of deserving truth and virtue.
Quiet, Your Highness, and let him make up his own mind. I, for one, shall be more proper, and not even mention the fact that red is the color of love.
I'm sorry, Your Majesties. I'm partial to both red and white, but I'm afraid that I don't know how to solve your problem. One of you will just have to be gracious and allow the other the lump of coal.
What a ridiculously stupid idea!
Quite ludicrous.
He was a lot of help, wasn't he?
Oh, yes. Obviously a man of high intelligence. The lump of coal goes much better with my gown anyway. Black and red are imperial colors.
That's the silliest thing I ever heard. Red does not go with anything, being much too self-conscious. White is the perfect accompaniment to any color.
That whole conversation was so absurd. I wouldn't want to receive a gift from those two queens.
Alexander picks up the Red Queen's scarf.
I think we're done with the Isle of Wonder for now. We'll come back when we have a way to distract the snapdragons. Tell me, human, when did you play this game for the first time? My creator had a friend as a child who was one of the first kids in the neighborhood to have a home computer. He had lots of games, including King's Quest VI, and all the other children in the neighborhood would gather at his house to watch him
Alexander
play.
pulls out his magic map.
Let's go check out the final island.
Alexander feels a strange pulling sensation.
According to the official guidebook, Isle of the Beast was originally called Isle of the Forest.
Tall, narrow trees abound on each side of the path.
What is that little critter?
There's an odd little creature dangling from that tree branch.
Hello, friend. Aren't you an odd-looking little fellow?
I'm not odd-looking, you are!
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize you could speak.
Speak not? Funny is, speech I am and nothing but.
He sounds like Yoda. Can I take him with me?
Won't you come down?
Come down? Why for? No, you I do not.
He's got a point. That pond looks boiling hot.
A pond lies across the path. The water boils as if over some magical flame.
We have a way to cool it down. Remember this iceberg lettuce.
Hoping to cool down the boiling pond, Alexander throws in a head of iceberg lettuce. The pond's water slowly stops boiling, cooled by the ice. It still looks hot, but bearable. Alexander decides to brave the steaming pond.
Ouch! Ow! Ooh, 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 ouch!
The pond is no longer boiling, but it's hardly bathwater.
That was the most ridiculous pond crossing I've ever seen.
An old abandoned hunter's lamp is hanging on one of the trees. Alexander wonders who might have hunted in these dense woods.
That looks more like a genie lamp to me.
Alexander takes the old hunter's lamp from the tree. As Alexander continues down the path, he gets the strange feeling that he's being watched.
Come on over here and see what I'm doing with these flowers. Never mind that stone fella on top of the gate. He won't hurt you any. He's just there to scare you.
There's something fishy going on here.
A pleasant-looking middle-aged man is busy tending a small garden just past the wall.
Those pixels don't look very pleasant to me.
A stone archer sits atop the lintel of the gate like a silent guardian. His stone bow is tightly drawn and fitted with a single stone arrow.
That bow looks dangerous.
A brick lies in the grass. It must have come from the old brick wall. Alexander picks up the brick.
Yeah, I don't think we want to walk through the gate.
Come on through, I say. I can show you a path through the forest.
I don't trust the twinkling eye.
You aren't gonna listen to me, are you? Well, we'll just see about that.
That's odd. The gardener just disappeared.
How mysterious. He looks like he's got bees in his pants.
You speak strangely, friend.
Strange my speech is not. Eloquence I speak with.
But who are you? And why are you here?
Away I fly my home from. Lost I am therefore. Has my name too? Can you guess not? It's what I do this branch with, and the way I speak of.
Are you the dangling participle?
Won't you come down?
Come down? Why for? No, you I do not.
How do I get him to come with me?
If you're lost, perhaps I can take you home.
Take me home too? Think not I do. No, you I do not.
Well, I guess we'll continue our adventure in the next video. Thank you for watching my video, human. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like and consider subscribing to my channel. I hope to see you in the next video.